So let me say this clearly before anyone gets too emotional. I've been more than critical of XRP for years. I've questioned the narratives, I challenged the hype, but as an investor and not just some moon boy or fanboy, or and not even as a hater, you don't really get to be emotional in investing, and that's what I like about it. And that's exactly why the following news matters. Not because of price speculation. I'm not here to be some moon boy, but because I want you guys to know that the infrastructure has moved. And when infrastructure moves while retail is scared, you have to pay attention because you have to see the signs to buy rumors to sell news. And here's the news that I want you guys to start checking out. So, the OCC grants Ripple its banking approval. I'm going to give you guys the raw truth without any spin on this at all. See, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, the OCC, the top banking regulator in the United States, just gave Ripple its initial approval to become a federally chartered bank. That means Ripple is no longer fighting the system from the outside. They are going to be inside of it. They can custody assets, they can settle payments, and they can bridge fiat and crypto under federal oversight. See, this is not a press release. This is not rumor or hype that I always criticize XRP about. This is the government handing out the keys to adoption. So, many of you are probably like, all right, why does this even matter? Even if you don't like XRP. It's not that I'm on board right now. It's my responsibility to give you guys the news, and I want you to listen carefully because this is where many people get it twisted. You don't have to like XRP for this to matter. You don't have to own XRP for this to matter. What matters is the system is signaling. While people are arguing in comment sections about charts, institutions are securing banking charters for the next decade. See, Ripple didn't win because of like some vibes. They won because they complied, endured lawsuits, and built rails. That's not retail behavior. This is infrastructure. And this is what I want you guys to start adopting. You guys have to stop being emotional and trauma bonding in comment sections. You have to see the obvious before it's obvious to other people. Because as you may have seen, the fear and greed index right now, this timing is not by an accident. See, the fear and greed index is signaling for extreme fear. Portfolios are red. Sentiments is miserable. This is the same psychological setup every cycle. Retail panic sells the asset while institutions quietly buy the plumbing. And if smart money thought crypto was dead, as everybody is saying, they wouldn't be applying for banking licensing. They'd be exiting. Instead, they're pouring the concrete and setting the system up. I tell you guys all the time that if you're not a decision maker, you're not going to change it by yelling in the comments section. It's coming whether you like it or not. You see, I've been telling you for years, the world is leaving the binary mindset behind. It's no longer bank versus crypto, fiat versus blockchain, centralized versus decentralized. We are officially entering the as well system. If you don't like options, you're going to struggle. Banks as well as crypto banks, dollars as well as stable coins and digital assets, compliance as well as blockchain efficiency. See, this Ripple charter proves it. Crypto isn't being banned, it's being licensed. That's adoption. It just looks like rebellion. Well, actually, it doesn't even look like rebellion. See, I want you guys to do something that I always tell all of my students, all of my investors, and all of my clients. You have to learn to zoom out. See, because this is where most people lose at. You obsess over tickers instead of understanding that narratives is something that moves crypto markets. And actually, it moves all markets. You shouldn't invest emotionally. You have to learn to start investing structurally. See, narratives mature before prices move. Infrastructure is built before the retail arrives. Less than 10% of the world owns crypto, so you're still early. We haven't even seen real retail interest yet, and people are already scared out of the opportunity. That's not what I call risk management. That's called conditioning. And I understand that, but you have to learn to react sometimes. You have to learn to take actions with risk. And let me be clear though, because I know this doesn't mean that XRP is the savior, right? It doesn't mean the criticism I give is going to disappear. This means that the conversation have evolved. Immature investor asks, will this pump my bags? A mature investor asks, what role does this play in the system being built? See, you don't have to marry an asset to acknowledge when the chessboard shifts. See, you have to have the ability to be able to change your mind whenever you are presented with new information. See, the indoctrination that you have to stick to something is what makes people not be able to take profits to actually make money in crypto. But also, I want you to realize that we're in the fourth industrial revolution in real time. Blockchain is becoming the backbone infrastructure. Tokenization is becoming the standard, and fear is being used to keep you distracted. See, the system doesn't need your permission. It is moving with or without you. So your choice is simple. You can either react emotionally or position yourself intelligently. And you know what? Here's something else that you need to understand. You have to be a person who's willing to get around the right people. If you want to learn how to navigate this without being played by narratives, you need to be around people who think long-term and not can't look by their nose, past their nose. That's why I built the Visionary Village. Not from hype, not from tribalism, just clarity, confidence, and conviction. So if you like this type of content, leave a thoughtful comment. Let me know how much you love XRP. Let me know if you want some to build a portfolio. But all I want you to do is like, share, comment, and be sure to join the community.